welcome back to Faith Walks with Tandi, with your girl, Tandi. Thank you so much for joining me today on today's installation of Faith Walks. Today, I'm going to be doing the second part of my 3-part series called Seed Time Harvest. Today, I'm going to be dealing with time, which is a very important part. People, we do not know how to wait. So today, I'm going to be talking about the waiting. Okay, we have dealt before with waiting on a previous video, but I want to take a different angle today. I want to talk about waiting and the things that you can do while you wait and what you need to get out of the time period between the seed and the time and the harvest. Because the day you plant a seed is not the day that you're going to eat the fruit. I've seen that meme. I post that meme all the time. So I'm going to repeat it. The day that you plant the seed is not the day that you're going to eat the fruit. So while you're waiting for your fruit, while you're waiting for your harvest, in that time period, what do you do with yourself? And I'm going to be dealing with that today. So first things first, the time period is a period that is a topic that's not really being addressed at church. But at church, I'm not saying my church. My church is awesome. Y'all know that. But at churches and a lot of Christian books and it's not a topic that's generally as big as seeding, and it's not as big as harvest. Harvest and prosperity, it's there. But time before the harvest and the time before your prayers get answered, before the prosperity comes, what happens? What do you do with yourself then? What are you supposed to do? I believe there are 3 lessons that come from the time period and that come from the waiting period. And I know from myself, from my own experience, waiting is really hard. And from an experience, for instance, my mother has been waiting for a particular answer and a particular breakthrough for about 5 years now. And what I love about her faith is that she will not move until God has spoken and said, this is the direction that I want you to go. And for us, it's very difficult to wait that long. But there are things that you need to be waiting for. Like, for instance, if you want to get married, you're gonna have to wait for the person, your destiny partner, for time. There's some people who don't wait that long for answers. There's some miracles that come instantaneously and there's some miracles that take longer. But this is how I see it, that the destiny behind whatever is going on is important to be cognizant of. In terms of, a doctor will go to school for 4 years and do theory and then do 3 years of practicals, I think it is. So that's 7 years of studying and waiting to become a doctor. And then a person who wants to do, for instance, wants to be an administrative manager or administrative clerk or anything like that, that person will study a 1-year course or maybe a 2-year diploma, and after that they graduate and they start working before the doctor has started working. But at the end of the day, the size of the destiny is not the same. Do you understand? When this person, yes, they start, they seed at the same time, they start seeding at the same time, but the harvest, this person got her harvest first, and that person will get her harvest at a later period. But that's only because of the size of the destiny. And I'm not saying administrative managers I'm just saying, like, operating on somebody's brain and typing out something and writing and managing an office are 2 different things, okay? So that's what I'm saying. The destiny behind it matters. The emphasis is placed on seeding and the harvest, but I believe that the waiting period is a period of is a time period that needs to be addressed more in churches. That's why I try to emphasize it, because that's where a lot of faith gets lost because of waiting. when you're waiting for marriage, sometimes you get tempted to like, no, Lord, I ain't gonna wait for one. I'm gonna put this in my hands. I'm gonna go get myself a man, and then you put yourself in a bigger problem. Instead of, if you waited, maybe your marriage would have been greater, would have been better. Do you understand? Instead of taking things into your own hands and not like waiting, I'm like, hey God, I've been waiting. I've been single now. I'm going on my second year of like celibacy now. Like, really, Jesus? Really? He's still not coming? And I'm going to get this. I'm going to take this into my own hands, and I'm going to find myself a man, and I'm going to marry him. And then that person is not your destiny partner. Your marriage clashes and it implodes, and then you come back, Lord, I should have waited on you. It's too late. You know what I mean? So waiting is so important. The Bible warns us that waiting on the Lord is important, because the schemes of the evil will if you don't wait, you're gonna end up scheming with evil people to make the destiny happen. And it's waiting goes hand in hand with faith, because a faithful person is a person that be able to say, nah, listen, I'm going to wait on God, and I'm going to wait on him to make things, to work things together for my good. In Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11, it says, he has made everything beautiful in time. That means that he can make whatever you're waiting for happen together for your good in time, if you're willing to patiently wait on him. I think there are three things that need to happen in the waiting period. Number 1 is growth. Number 3, patience. And lastly, prepare. Okay, let's go into growth. It is important to grow in your waiting period. So whether you're waiting for marriage or whatever, before your harvest, you need to grow. You need to grow in wisdom. In James 5:11, it says, whoever seeks wisdom must ask from God. He gives it out like popcorn. Like, if you say, Lord, I need wisdom, he will give you for whatever harvest that you're waiting for. It is important to grow. Just like the example of the doctor that I've just given, the doctor needs to study in order to become a doctor, number 1, to get the harvest. But in that studying, they're preparing for the harvest, because now you have this doctorate degree and you've got a medical degree, and you can't operate on nobody. You're useless. So it is important to grow in wisdom in the waiting period. And in Ephesians 5 verses 15 to 17, it says, therefore be careful how you walk, not as the unwise man, but as the wise, making the most of their time, because the days are evil. So then do not be foolish and understand the will of God. So in that time, walk like a wise man, like plan and grow and read and learn, take care of yourself, grow, man. Man, go do your nails, don't focus on like, I planted a seed, now I'm waiting for the harvest, I'm waiting, like sitting here waiting. No, wait purposefully, like grow yourself, ask for wisdom, grow in the word, get a better bond with God, get your bond with God so tight that whatever happens when you are married, you can be able to deal with it. Whatever happens when you are a millionaire, you'll be able to deal with the money. You know what I mean? Money changes people. Like, when you get money, I know for a fact that money's going to change me. And I think the Lord is keeping it at bay because of that reason. Like, girl, you weren't ready to. But, like, I know that money is going to change me, but I need to be able to handle it. So God is teaching me how to handle my pennies, so that when I get my millions, I'll be able to be wise enough to handle it. So grow in your waiting period. The second thing is patience. It is a virtue. Be patient. You know, guys, be patient, because when you are impatient and you want things to happen right now, like, it doesn't work like that. The time period teaches you patience. It teaches you to wait, because if you can wait during the time period, you'll be able to wait for other things in the harvest. Because a lot of people think the harvest is you kubering there, just eating the fruit. The harvest comes with its own challenges. The harvest comes with its own problems that you'll need wisdom that you'll get from the growing, and that you will need patience for. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if you don't have patience, you'll go out there and you get things done yourself and mess up the whole process and mess up your destiny. Do you understand? So be patient. If you lack, because the Holy Spirit is, patience is a fruit. Sorry, how did I write this? Patience is a supernatural fruit of the Holy Spirit. What is that telling me? That I need the Holy Spirit to teach me patience. So ask for it. Ask God to teach you to be patient. Otherwise, if you lack patience, you're gonna miss out on your blessing, because you're gonna think, no, it's taking too long. I'm gonna get my hands on this. I'm gonna do it myself. Whereas God has designed, manufactured, equipped a special person, a destiny partner for you, and then you put things in your hand and you end up with the wrong person, and then you miss the blessing of a beautiful marriage. Imagine, you know what I mean? So be patient. And wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. The Bible, all over the text, it teaches us to wait on the Lord and to be patient and to calm down. Don't be hasty. Don't make hasty decisions. Be patient. And the best thing that can teach you this is the time period before the harvest comes. Okay. And then lastly, prepare. This goes along with growth. You need to prepare for the harvest. Prepare the barns for where you're gonna put your harvest. You know what I mean? If you're praying for a car, get yourself a license. Get to practicing. You know what I mean? If you're preparing for a car, you need to start thinking, all right, how much I'm going to spend on fuel a month, how much I'm going to spend on insurance. Prepare. Make sure you have a safe place to put your car. You can't be living somewhere where there's no garages and there's no parking, but yet you have seated towards a car and your car is coming, but you've got absolutely no plans on where to put this car, or you've got absolutely no plans on how to be a good wife, what is needed in the marriage. You know what I mean? Like, prepare. Go to singles seminars, go to marriage seminars. Guys, I go to marriage seminars like I am married, but I want to know what they talk about, because I don't want to be facing them problems when I get to my marriage. I want to be happy with my man all the time. You know what I mean? It's not gonna happen like that, but that's what I want. So I go to marriage seminars as a single person. Like, I go there by myself. I'm listening to these women. You know, that's what I do. So prepare yourself for the harvest. You know, prepare for in terms of eating right. If you want to be fit, prepare yourself for I don't know, just get yourself ready, get yourself, your mentality ready for whatever blessing that's coming. So when you do receive it, I'm reading money management books, guys. I'm reading this book right now. I don't know if you can see it. It's called Who Moved My Cheese? Guys, do you understand? Like, I am preparing myself. Like, in another book, I can't see it, but there's a few books that I'm reading about management and money management and all of that, because I don't want to see my business go down the drain in the next 5 years. So I'm learning how to manage money and how to manage my money. I'm preparing to be a millionaire, guys. I'm telling you now, I'm preparing to be a millionaire. That's what I'm preparing for. So you too, you need to prepare yourself. Doctors prepare for 7 years before they become doctors. So that time, in that waiting period for their harvest to be there in scrubs, and then me trusting them, laying there like, adjust this cheek, do this, do that. It had to take time. It had to take a lot of patience to study, and it would take discipline to study, and also it had to take that person lots of preparation. If you fail to prepare, the whole thing will fail, because you can't just wing it. Not everything in life you can just wing. You need to be prepared, and you need to be disciplined in it. So be prepared for your blessing. Prepare yourself for your blessing. Prepare yourself for your harvest and the miracle that you're waiting for in your time of seeding. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that these 3 points make your life a little bit better, your waiting time a little bit better, and it makes your wait a little bit easier, knowing that I'm going through the same thing. I'm waiting. Lord, I need 400,000, Jesus. No, like no jokes. I really need 400,000. But thank you so much for joining me today. I love you so much. God is love and He loves you more than you can imagine.